Okay, hello, hi everybody. Hello, hi, hi, hi. Hello. It's time for more Mechwarrior Destiny. More Mechwarrior Destiny. How is everybody? Hello. Hope you're doing well. We're doing well. Yeah. It's gonna be a battle. We're gonna do a battle. We're doing a giant stompy robot battle. That's what we're doing. I'm excited because at least we got a big battle. We had it all planned. We did with the entire like planning of it with the last session. So this time we're gonna see what happens. Yeah, it's good to have you here. Hello, hi. Hello, Chaz. Hi, Ray. How are you? Awesome. Get you a shout out there, and then I'm gonna go jump in the VC, and we'll get going. And they'll be muted at first because Magical just doesn't usually have the stream up going right away, so we got that whole thing going on. And yeah, anyway, go do this. Hello. Oh yeah, I'm loading it up. Okay, there. Hmm?
Hey, everybody's live. Alrighty, so last week we were planning out the deployment for this session, and let's put some baddies on the map. So, how is everybody doing today? Everybody seems quiet.
Doing okay.
Boiling in my own skin, you know.
Yeah. I unfortunately do know that feeling.
I just got a weird day, that's it.
Me personally, I'm vibing.
Panther. That one. That one. Nope. Nope. That's right. Those two. That one. There. Where the- That's the one that's missing. Okay. Alrighty. So go ahead and start placing tokens where they will be going. Like I said, the planning session for this drop has already been done, and you are currently hot dropping into the combat zone.
Can I please request to update the map, please?
Sure. I haven't changed it since I did my last update, but
Like, it hasn't changed at all for me.
like I said, I haven't changed it since I did the last update. And if your map's not updating, I don't know what to say, unfortunately. Because there should be a small square, and you should see 3 mechs have been placed by the other players on the map.
I don't.
Are you using a VPN?
Well, yes. That's a weird question.
I'm asking because it might have something to do with it. I don't know. I'm trying to troubleshoot. Basically, is what I'm doing right. Because like we're trying to start, and I'm not sure if something is up with your internet connection due to governments being governments.
Yeah.
You can try reloading the program.
Yeah, I'll try to do that.
But I have done everything I can do from my end.
Then I guess I'll have to do this.
Try reloading it. See if that helps. I'm assuming everyone else can see the map.
Yep. Yes. And if it helps you cheer, I also just shared
Yeah,
my
I heard.
in the call.
Yeah, I can see it.
right, grand question. Did I lose connection, or are we just quiet?
We're just quiet.
We're just quiet.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, apparently I can't spell today. There. So yeah, when you can cheer, if you could put Ember on the map. And if anybody would like to go over with cheer what was decided last week, as they weren't here.
Yeah. So long story short, what we're kind of presuming is going on is we're gonna see some nonsense going on over here and over here.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're all doing is we're essentially gonna kind of go down and around this way to go after the bad guys. And what we were planning, and we can adjust this a little bit, is that Ember would be in the Rattel, if you remember that thing. Since
I
it has a
do.
bunch of... since it has a bunch of electronic warfare stuff.
Okay, she's not really. We can try that. I just have to find it in the Discord chat.
It is in. I believe it was in. Yeah, it's in the Mechwarrior Destiny notes forum. If you scroll down a bit, it has all of the requisite stats for the Prime variant. So you will need all of that information.
All right.
So I will give you a couple of moments to jot that down somewhere so that you have it easily. browser.
Okay, nope, that's not gonna work. That's gonna get messy. I tried.
What'd you do?
I tried putting both tokens in the same hex, and that just did not work.
Oh yeah, no.
So just for reference, starting mounted, because, you know, slow ass.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you going to be mounted on?
Oh, here it comes.
Okay. I mean, there are options. There are at least a couple of Omni-Mech / vehicles running around right now, so...
There is, but there's only 1 year-long well-practiced dynamic.
It's true.
Alrighty. Cheer, you ready to go? Or do you still
One
need another
moment.
couple minutes?
I also have the Rattel's record sheet here in front of me, so like not the Destiny one, unfortunately, but I do have all the weapons at least.
Yeah,
And
all
equipment.
of the Destiny information is already converted in the forum.
Right.
So,
Okay, I hope that is good.
did you copy everything from the forum post?
Yes.
Information from it? Then it should be good.
Yes.
Alrighty, so as you all drop in, you see one, two, three, 4, 5, 6 contacts
Oh, thanks for the alert, Geek. I appreciate it.
on sensors. All of those mechs are fully, well, all of those mechs / vehicles are all fully powered up as far as you can see, and active. Oh, no, you see one more. Because it would be outside of the range as well. Okay. So that, as far as you know right now, is the current lay of the land, as it were. Well, let's kick it off. Kirka.
We are going to. Kirka's going to put out an order to proceed as planned. So, wrong. Oh my god. Come on, you silly thing. so you silly thing.
Also,
you
thanks for the
right-click and
lurk on
drag, it
YouTube
will-
as well, Geek. I
But
appreciate
yeah,
it.
that's what I'm trying to do, but it won't let me just like unclick
Hope
it.
you're having a good day also, by the way.
Oh my god, this is dumb. You know what? Fuck it. Thanks.
There.
That was dumb. We're gonna proceed as planned. So we're gonna go that route, and in order to start blazing the trail, Kirika's gonna immediately open fire on Bushwhacker 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hexes away.
Okay. They are in cover.
That's okay. She's gonna fire off her PPCs and both sets of ATM racks.
Oakley dokley.
Excuse me.
And Bushwhacker is speed.
It's movement 3, it should be.
It is.
Unless it's although, and I presume we're not going to get any bonuses for the fact that it's not moving right now because all the turns are concurrent. So,
Yeah.
um,
That is correct.
so, I'm going to get a -1 to the fact that it's in cover, but everything else should be good. So this is going to be a +10. The silly part of me misses the pulse lasers, but it's okay. Firing off PPCs. Sharpew.
They miss.
That's a lot of heat I don't want to expend. Did the Bushwhacker roll above or below a 7?
Way above.
In that case, I'm going to use a point of edge to make it re-roll both dice.
Okay. That hit.
Fantastic. So that's going to be 10 damage. Going for the left leg.
Alrighty. Roll to see if you crit.
No crit.
Nope.
Pity. Okay. And then next is going to be the first ATM rack.
It hit.
Alright. First missile roll. 1 extra point. Alright. So 2 damage is going to the torso.
Mhm.
And then a 3rd point of damage is going to the left leg again.
Okay. The left leg is effectively destroyed.
Well, I also rolled a crit, so...
It.
Or is it not
was
relevant?
only one. No, it wouldn't be relevant because you took the last
Beautiful.
tip of structure.
Beautiful. Okay. In that case, the other ATM rack is now going off. Shaboop.
It hits.
Okay. 1 extra damage. So that's going to be 2 damage to the right leg now. And then the last point of damage goes to the torso.
Alrighty.
And that concludes the firing as Kirika surges forward, turning to open fire on the first bushwhacker that she sees. getting a lock and opening fire. She hesitates for a split second before adjusting her aim very slightly, which allows the PPCs to smash into the left leg of the bushwhacker. Shortly thereafter, the missiles follow through. 2 of them blast into the trees, shattering them, but the rest hit home, some of them eating away at what was left of the left leg until the endosteel and the myomers all snap under the pressure of the explosive blast. A couple of missiles hit the right leg, and a couple more scatter on the torso as the bushwhacker is suddenly crippled in the first salvo of the fight.
Alrighty, who would like to go next?
At this point, Deanna is just along for the ride. Because, ranges.
Mm-hmm.
Next.
Like, I honestly don't know what I'm supposed to do with Zeratel.
Cash thought it was wise to use
Move along with us.
250 points on head pats.
Your job is going to be electronic warfare. So you'll need to...
That's the one thing Ember is bad at.
Well, don't worry, Johannes is on board. So it'll be as if... So it should be as if you're able to do it.
Also, technically, you don't have to do anything active for ECM or anything like that. Those are passive.
Exactly.
Those are technically passive additions onto the machine.
Yep.
I hope
So you...
that's movement 3.
It is movement 3.
That information is on the.
I know, but I have not played this for a long time, and I'm basically like a kid who needs a hand.
Well, then stick out your hand and just do what we ask you. It'll be easy.
Yes.
Atta girl.
Oh, I got headpads. Hello, Cass. How are you doing? Hold on. I got this one. There we go. Thank you for headpads. How are you doing?
Oh, yeah.
So I can basically shoot.
You are 5 hexes away from that same bushwhacker. Which is medium range.
Oh. Great, I can just fire everything. Except for then I guess I'll start with the file. If my mouse will cooperate. They aren't faster than me, yeah?
They're the same speed.
Wait, so I get my plus 11? Wow.
Yep, you hit.
A quick question. What does the 2 plus M?
So
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
basically, you roll a d6. If you roll a 1, 2, or 3, you will add up to.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me. Basically, it's extra damage. So you guaranteed have one 2 damage hit at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Because right now you are firing with the UAC 5. So you've done a minimum of 2 damage. Now roll a d6. You're going to do 2 more damage to another grouping. So roll a hit location for the first 2 damage, which is 7, which is torso. That arm. Yeah, left. Okay.
I plus 3 and medium. I guess 2 medium pulse rangers are going next.
Okay.
So plus 3 means I get 14. Goddamn.
They hit. Torso. Roll for critical.
Just
Roll 2d6.
Yeah.
2d6.
2d6. Okay.
No critical. Your next shot.
2 small pulse lasers. Another push plus 13.
Hit. Roll for crit. That is a crit. And you're gonna need to give me a second to get the right page.
It seems today I really went number 7.
And that was torso.
1d6
Roll
again.
Yep, roll the d6. Gyro. Okay.
I have the white tag, but
Light tag can't hit anyone.
Yeah, light tag isn't a weapon.
I know it's not a weapon, but I wanted to point at people.
Well, I mean, it is well, it's not a weapon, but it is helpful for other people. It's just out of range.
Oh, okay. It's not useful right now per se.
Yeah, you need to be closer to be able to use it. Is the only thing. Alrighty, so that's all you're firing, and you have moved. Esme.
Okay. I'm gonna move. here
Mhm.
and use my
Thanks for the raid,
medium
Snowdakai,
pulse
and welcome
lasers
you four lovely
on
people.
both of my medium pulse lasers on the first Bushwhacker and then my Goss on the second one.
Okay.
So thank you so much for the raid, Snow. How are you doing? Welcome. Hi. I'll get you a shout out and stuff in just a second. Okay, so we'll start with the first lasers. First set of lasers. They're movement 3, right?
Movement 3. They are in cover though, so that will be a -1.
Okay. Oh, okay. First one's a 15.
That is a miss.
Okay. Second one. A 20.
That hits.
Okay, that is a 5 for 5 damage.
That is right way. Okay.
Okay, and then the Goss be this. A 16.
It misses.
Okay. That's my turn.
Good. Up.
I am in that bad spot now too, because I'm just like right out in front. I'm
Five.
probably gonna take all the hits.
They're gonna fire actually at the blackjack to the north.
Oh, okay.
That
I
is
see.
closer. And
But yeah, hello Snow. Hi, I hope you had a good stream. Welcome. What is Scuff stream? Was Scuff need to figure out some technical issues? Oh no, I see. I'm sorry. When I don't have stream running, OBS just being open sucks up 80 and 90% of GPU. What? Oh,
they're faster than blackjack,
wow.
if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
OBS has
actually,
been
Blackjack
weird,
should
but
be
I've
moving
not
too.
heard of it doing that
Yeah.
lately. Have you tried to do a reinstall as much as
Well,
that sucks?
Why am I hearing blackjack?
I actually need to reinstall my OBS because it's having issues. It's been weird, but it's not doing anything that's like
and that's
stopping me
definitely
from
it.
streaming yet. So yeah. Anyway, Cass, good to see you. Thanks so much for the
That's
raid. I
like
appreciate
10
it.
damage to.
We've just been in the middle of Mechwarrior Destiny. We're just doing a giant Stompy robot tabletop fight. That's what's been going on so far. We just got into it, so. And later on, we're probably going back into Dune because Dune's been really fun.
Damage to the torso.
There you go. Shout out. Oh.
That's going to be it for Jet.
I'm gonna have to or something. I don't know.
At
I see.
the beginning of the NPC round, or the enemy round,
Hopefully it works. That's so frustrating.
you all hear a
Oh, okay. Stuff's happening.
well, 3 deafening thuds in rapid succession. That page. Okay. So first, Kirka, you are going to take 1 damage to the 3,
Okay.
which is going to be your right arm.
Yep.
And another 1 damage to the left leg.
Okay.
Deanna, you are also going to take 2 damage in total. You don't have 2 locations. As an artillery shell hits the ground next to Kirka's mech. Esme, you are going to take 1 damage to the left arm.
Okay.
Come on. Okay, so apparently it's lagging at the moment.
Okay.
I don't really want it. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna fuck around with this right now. And then you're going to take another 1 damage to the 4, which is going to be your right arm.
Is that me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, basically, each of you are taking 2 1 damage hits. And
Oh, wait, even me?
yes, I was just getting to you right now.
Oh, no.
So, Ember, you are going to take 1 damage to the front. Make that just 2 damage to the front. And then Jet is going to take 8. And D6. As essentially 3 artillery shells land amongst the bushwhacker, and basically probably its only thing that it is going to do, at least before it falls down, is going to take a shot Kirka.
Uh-huh.
Medium range. It's going to be firing with its ER large laser.
Mm-hmm.
And some LRMs. First is going to be the laser.
Okay.
This is going to be at a +8. If you have physical D6s, go. Feel free to roll down. Oh, wait, hold on. It's actually working.
No, it's working on my end, yeah.
So that is going to be it.
Okay.
I apparently didn't took some time to actually catch up. That is going to be 4 damage to the torso.
Okay.
Then some LRMs are flying at you.
Okay.
And those are going to it has fallen down. Basically, that bushwhacker is falling down pretty much right after it does its thing. Bushwhacker number 2 is going to fire at Esme. And boop. It's basically firing the same thing. So it's an ER large laser and LRM 5s.
The
Laser
19.
misses.
Oh, and then again.
LRMs. Yep.
13.
The LRMs hit. No extra damage on that one. And no extra damage on that one. So you're going to take 2 damage to the torso.
Okay.
Blackjack is going to jump 2. Is going to fire off. Wow, you can actually fire off everything. So it's going to start with AC2s. Jumping to counteract the speed difference. They are firing at Jet. Most likely. Yes. They are also fire lasers. Going to hit. Jet is going to take 4 damage to the left arm. And the last shot is not going to hit. The Rakshasa is now going to attack. They are going to only move 2 because they're trying to get out of cover. They're not firing this turn. Pair of condors that can be seen. Wow, they are zippy quick. 4. Can be seen moving to the south. And that is all that you can see happening as yet. Kirka.
Okie dokie. Kirka is going to go here. She's going to fire off the ATMs to finish off the legged bushwhacker, and then she's going to fire off her PPCs at bushwhacker 2. So this bushwhacker, so the leg bushwhacker is in short range. So this is ATM group 1.
Mm-hmm.
No extra damage. 1 extra damage. 2 damage.
Okay.
Go.
Yeah, you didn't, or sorry, you did hit.
I figured. So the first 2 damage is going into the right arm, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And then the single point of damage is going into the left arm.
Okay.
All right, and then the second ATM pack. I'm gonna presume hits. Mm-hmm. So then that's an extra point, and that is not. Very consistent with that. 2 damage goes into the right arm. And then the other point is a tack.
Okay.
No crit.
Nope.
No crit, unfortunately.
Alrighty, and is that everything you are doing?
At that bushwhacker, at bushwhacker 2, she's firing off her PPCs, and it is
Actually,
not.
you get. Sorry, I thought that was at Bushwhacker too. You would get
No, that was-
another. You would get another critical roll because it was already 2 in turn.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry, that was all at bushwhacker 1. No critical anyway.
Okay. That was 15 you had rolled. That hits.
Cool. So that's going to be 10 damage to the right leg this time.
And roll to see if you crit.
This one crits.
Well, I don't think it has any ammo in the legs. So roll a d6. Well, yeah, it's gonna be -1 movement because you can't. There's
I rolled a 2.
Yeah.
So that would be a 1.
Well, 1 is ammo explosion or leg weapon group.
Okay.
2 to 6 is -1.
Okay, so -1 movement. And, yeah, that is all the weapons I declared, so that will conclude Kirka's turn.
Okay. Deanna?
It's still up, so might as well take a pot shot at the bushwhacker with the laser.
Okay. It misses.
Okay, next.
Alrighty. Amber or Esme?
I'll go. That's the bushwhacker that's still in cover is
Is currently knocked down.
oh, it's knocked down. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
In the book it says they fall immediately, but that doesn't really make sense considering everything kind of happens simultaneously. So it would get a chance to fire.
Okay.
So
All right. I'm gonna fire and then move. I'm gonna use the Gauss and both of my medium pulse lasers on the second bushwhacker
okay.
out of cover.
Okay, what are you firing first?
I'm gonna start with the Gauss. Oh, okay. 15.
Misses.
Okay. First set of medium pulse lasers. $18.
Hits just barely.
Okay, that's a 9 for 5 damage.
That is the left leg. Okay.
Okay, and then the next set of lasers is an 18.
It hits.
And that's a 4 for 5 damage.
Roll see if you crit.
Okay. That's a 12.
Yep. Crit. Moment. Roll a d6.
3.
Bushwhacker. It's the AC 10 gone.
Okay.
And is that everything you're shooting?
Yeah, that's everything I'm shooting. Then I'm going to, I will move. Let's move there. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Ember.
Ooh. I will do a stupid move. This. Has it even been damaged at all?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
Oh,
that was the one that was
that's
just being shot at.
Yeah.
great. I guess UAC5 once again 26 plus 12 this time.
Yep, you hit.
I like the number 7 very much.
Okay, and well, first we have to do the proper
Oh,
damage calculation.
yeah, I forgot. Is it just a D6?
Yes. So you don't do. Oh no, you do 2 extra damage. So your
Some
first.
someplace else.
Yes.
9.
So first is going to be 2 damage to the torso.
And the second was 9.
Yep. Okay.
Pulse lasers. Hey, how much for short? Oh, +3. Eh.
It hit. Going to do left arm and how much damage?
5.
Okay.
2 small pulse lasers. They are also 14.
Yep, you hit.
They are 2 damage.
Roll 2d6 to see if you crit. No crit.
So can I now point at people with my laser pointer?
Sure.
So how does the tag work?
Okay, so as it is listed in the write-up, it gives +1 to hit against tag vehicle / mech until the beginning of your next turn. Other than that, it acts just like any other one,
Mm-hmm.
but it deals no damage.
So I just shouldn't add the shoot quote unquote.
Yes,
Do I need
you
to
shoot it at.
roll?
Sorry.
Do I need to roll?
Yes.
Oh,
It has all of the information in the thing.
Okay. Oh, I didn't account for +1.
It hits.
Kinda useless now that everyone used their turns, but eh.
It's until your next turn.
Oh. I just picture a hatch opening and someone just sitting up or standing up and pointing a laser, like an actual laser pointer at the bushwhacker.
Oh my lord.
And is that everything you're doing this turn?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Jet is going to go straight south. Puts him in medium range. He is going to fire his pair of PPCs at the bushwhacker. The total of +12 bonus. And is going to that is going to be torso of said bushwhacker. Is going to definitely go internal. And definitely be a crit. And that is a 2 on the critical. Does the bushwhacker have a torso weapon?
Am I getting shot at?
No.
Oh, good.
Jet is shooting at the bushwhacker.
Phew.
And the large laser is destroyed. Now, Jet is going to fire at the bushwhacker again. Actually, no. No, he is not. Beginning of the enemy turn. 3 more thuds. Kirka, you're going to take 1 to the torso. And another 1 to the torso. Deanna, you are going to take 2 more. As more artillery, as the artillery barrage continues. Esme. Apparently they like torso shots. So you're going to take 1 to the torso and 1 to the left arm.
Okay.
And Amber, you are going to take 1 to the right. Right. 1 to the right side. And 1 to the turret.
Owie.
And well, that's no bueno.
What?
Okay, so thankfully, Jet, while taking 1 to the torso, did not actually suffer a critical hit. But he does take another 1 to torso. Now the condors. Four are circling around south. First condor five medium range is going to shoot at Kirka with their AC 5.
Okay.
It is a -2 to hit, but they are movement 4, so it really is only a -1. And a boop.
And a boop.
That's going to be a miss. Now they're going to fire with a pair of medium lasers, which is going to be the same damage calculation. And a boop.
And a boop.
That one is going to. You are going to take 4 damage to the torso. Oh, no, not the torso. The right leg.
Okay.
My bad. The other condor is not quite in position. The black, the Rakshasa, or Rakshasa, is going to move up. Blackjack is going to jump. The Bushwhacker, since the Rattel decided to get up close and personal, is going to move forward. The other Bushwhacker, the pilot is going to punch out. However, 2 more mechs. 2 more mech signatures pop up on your sensor. As you see 2 stalkers start to trundle forward. So the Bushwhacker is going to go first. And is going to kick the Rattel. And kicky.
No fear. This is booing. From the Bushwhacker.
So you're piloting check?
Oh, yeah. One moment. Oh god.
The Bushwhacker misses.
Oh.
The Rakshasa seven is going to fire off its LRM 10. So a whole bunch of missiles come flying at you.
At me.
At you, yeah. So your piloting check. They managed to miss. The blackjack is going to fire at Jet. They are going to fire with the AC2s first. And miss. Now it is going to be the lasers. Which are also going to miss. And the last lasers, which are also Panther is going to start moving forward. Now the Stalkers are going to start. Because they haven't shot yet. So the first Stalker... Actually, no. Stalker number 1 is not going to shoot. Stalker number 1 is going to kick Kirka.
Okay.
And Kirka is definitely faster.
Yeah.
And boop.
Boop.
Okay. That is going to be a miss. Stalker number 2 is going to fire some shots at Ember. They are going to fire off their LRM-10s and one set. Okay, yeah, in short range for everything. So LRM-10s and actually no, they're gonna fire off their medium lasers and SRMs. Because that is the range for that weapon.
So I do 2 rolls?
Wait. I'll let you know when you need to roll your piloting check.
Okay.
So now roll your piloting check, please.
Okay.
Okay, that one misses. And now they're going to fire again. Yeah, and that one misses.
I am getting so lucky today, god damn it.
And that is going to bring us to the top of the round. As you all have been pounded by artillery.
So, where's our allies?
In, like, what you're gonna need to be a little bit more specific about
Where
what
are
you're
the where are the rest of the Iron Badgers that are supposed to be here tying up some of these other mechs?
They're part of the reason why you're only seeing a limited amount of mech right now.
I see.
Because there
Okay.
are, yeah, there are a bunch more units that are technically on the battlefield that I haven't.
Okay,
had
so they're
activated.
just. I see. Okay. Alrighty. In that case, first things first. Kirka is going to move. As she passes by this stalker, she is going to order the elementals on her to dismount and attack it. So I will complete my move. But before I shoot, I will allow Deanna to have a narration.
So before you do your narration, Stig, I just want to clarify, by ordering the elementals to attack, are you using the hell is it? The anti-mech battlefield support option?
No, I am just handing the turn over to. I'm just handing the turn over to Stig.
Okay. I just wanted to be clear, because
Yep,
like you do
yep,
have that
what-
option.
Yep. What if they decide to use that? Then that is totally fine. I am not.
Yep, as she is going to do the predictable thing and jump on board. They're what? Move 1?
Yep. Yeah, you hit. Or rather, attach.
Boing.
Okay, you continue, because, mounting doesn't happen until next turn now.
Okay. 1, 2, 3,
Well, I mean,
4.
technically you are mounted, you're just... That's all that you can do.
That's the turn, yeah. All right. So now she is going to. It doesn't matter. She's going to fire off her PPCs at Condor 1, and she's going to fire off her ATMs all at Condor 2.
Hopefully, hopefully.
So they are both in. They're both in OK range. That's all that really matters. The Condors are 1 faster. So there's that. This is the PPCs going at Condor 1. Skadoosh.
Hit.
That is going to be 10 damage to the 11.
11. That is the turret. Okay. Yeah, you did a number to the turret.
Uh-huh. Next is going to be ATM Wreck number 1 at Condor number 2.
Okay.
Same calculation, firing.
One moment. It's gonna hit.
Okay. Missile 1. Missile 2. Oh, sweet, 2 extra damage. All right. So the first set of damage, 2 points to the 10.
That's going to be the turret. Okay.
The the next point of damage is going to the 7, which I believe is the front.
Yep. And that was just 1 point of damage on that?
Correct.
Okay.
And then another singular point of damage also goes to the front.
Okay.
And then the other ATM rack.
You. I think that's going to be a minute. Yeah, that's going to be a minute.
All right. I'm going to use an edge to re-roll that.
Okay. That's going to be
There we go. And then 1 missile. Okay, only 1 extra damage this time. So the 2 damage goes to the 5.
that is the right side.
And then the other missile goes to the 10.
Which turret? And that was just 1 damage, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And that was all I declared. So that's going to be my turn.
Alrighty. Ember or Esme?
I guess I will do it.
Okay.
Everything again. UAC 5. Do I still get the +1 bonus?
Nope. It's past the beginning of your turn.
No, I mean the short range bonus.
Your targeting computer?
You get all of the bonuses for that you would get for being in point blank range for whatever weapon you're firing.
Then I would like to move away to here, to short range, because me don't want to die.
Yep, you hit.
Okay, first it's just no, it's a 2d6, yeah.
Hold on. You're firing the UAC. You need to
Yeah.
roll the 1d6 first to see if you get any extra damage. So no, you don't get any extra damage. Now you do 2 damage. Short. Now roll 2d6.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll the crit. Now roll 1d6,
5.
which you just did. Engine shielding it.
Hmm. Small pulse lasers. Wow.
And that's going to hit.
Why do I only hit 7s?
How much damage?
5.
For the small?
No, 2 medium pulse lasers.
You said small.
You did say small.
Oh, then I guess.
Either way, it's gonna destroy lasers only had one laser. The smalls do too.
No, then yeah, if I said small, they are small.
But how does it look? Like I said, either way, it destroys the mech.
Ow.
Mhm.
Um. Oh. I guess. You could say that basically, the when the shot, when the laser connects with the torso of the mech, the mm, explosion doesn't happen. Instead, the torso just melts.
Nice. Okay. That brings us to Esme.
Okay. I'm gonna do the same as last time and shoot first, then move. So I'm going to use the Gauss and my lasers on the second stalker.
Okay. You will be at a -1 to your roll due to cover. Though they are movement 1.
Okay. I forgot, do I get a +1 for like the difference of the speed or just a 1 of the speed?
You get +1 to your roll for each speed that you are above theirs.
Okay. I think I got it then. I'll start.
Who are you shooting?
Hmm?
Who are you shooting?
The second stalker.
Okay, cool. Scared me
Yeah.
for a second.
No, I wasn't gonna shoot at the one that's like covered with with the elementals. Okay, so the Gauss, so then okay, it should be +12. +1. Okay. A 22.
Yep.
And that's a 6 for 5 damage.
So that's gonna be the torso. And your next shot.
Okay. First set of lasers. Okay. 20.
It hits.
And that's also the 6 for 5 damage.
Okay.
Okay. And the last set of lasers is also a 20.
And yeah, it hits.
And that's also a 6 for 5 more damage.
Roll 2d6 to see if you crit.
4. Okay.
Alrighty.
Alright, and then going to move there. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Got that way. basically remaining in short range from the blackjack, and is going to continue punishing it. And is going to hit it with some PPCs. Not been factoring that in. And is most likely going to hit. Yep, is definitely going to hit. And that is going to be left arm, which had already been destroyed. And that is going to pour out blackjack. As Jet just kind of wheels around, and you see him just light into this blackjack with his PPCs, and it hits the connection where the left arm once was attached to the mech, and then the torso just kind of explodes out the back of the mech, and the mech just kind of falls on its face. You all hear 3 more thumps. However, that. Wrong one. Here. Is covered in smoke. And it also seems to be messing with your sense. And it is at this point correct tool here. Four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boop. 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 And the stalker that you are on, Deanna, is going to try and knock you off. And since you haven't done this in a hot minute, I need my rules set.
I'm sorry. What does the giant black circle do?
It's
It
a
means
very
basically-
it is a very big smoke cloud that is messing with everybody's sensors. You cannot see what is going on. Okay, so contact, build. Okay, they just make piloting tests. Shoot, shoot. Oh yeah, this was the thing that was kind of fucky. Because, like, what is a normal test?
A normal test is 3d6.
Oh yeah.
And it's also interestingly fucky because the attacker's skill has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, that. Okay, I'm gonna make a decision here. I'm gonna say for a normal test, it's going to be 12 plus 1d6 because a difficulty 4 is kind of ridiculous. Because like the 3d6 is to set the difficulty. Based on my understanding of how the rules works. So 1d6 plus 12. We'll do it that way. This way it's a little bit more fair. Okay. They don't brush you off. However, it is dark where you are. And they are staying within the cloud. Kirka.
I'm not staying in the cloud. One,
You're
two,
outside of the
three.
cloud.
I also have a fucking mission. 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna burn a plot point to do that extra movement. Because if I can destroy these condors, then I'm gonna devote the next turn to eradicating the artillery pieces. So the first thing first, I'm also gonna go ahead and Alpha Strike. I'm gonna fire off the ER small lasers. Cute. Okay. I'm gonna fire off the ATMs and the ER small lasers at Condor 1. I'm gonna fire the ER PPCs at Condor 2.
Okay.
If Condor 1 is still alive, I'm gonna kick it. So first things first, I'm gonna fire off the ER small lasers. It is one faster than me. Pew pew pew. I'm gonna burn my last edge to re-roll that. Absolutely not.
Yeah, I was about to say you rolled Snake Eyes, which is an automatic miss.
Yeah, I was about to say no.
And they're gonna burn an edge to. Ooh. Yeah, they're gonna burn an edge to reroll their piloting. Okay, yeah, you still hit.
Okay, so that's gonna be 5 damage into the turret.
Of number 1. Okay. Takes out the turret. Oh wait, no it doesn't. No it doesn't. Yes, yes it does. I believe that actually takes, yeah, because there's no like body structure.
Cool. Alright, so then Condor 2 is going to receive the wrath of the PPCs. Shaboop.
They're gonna use an edge to force you to reroll. Hey, yeah, you hit.
Cool. 10 damage at the 3.
The 3. The rear. Somehow. And yeah, You delete Condor number 2.
Fantastic. So at this point, Kirka's agitated with this artillery and decides that she is going to see the mission through. So she she cranks the throttle on the Timberwolf, lurching it forward. Basically, as soon as she hears all of the elementals detach. Behind her, she notices a field of the smoke go up as the sensors are scrambled, and she temporarily loses contact with the rest of her formation. But at this point, she's on a fucking mission. So she propels forward, locks on with the ATMs, and fires her ER small lasers dead center into the crosshair as she hears the growl of the missile's lock. The lasers do their job, burrow through the turret, and manage to knock out the crew. At which point the missiles lose their lock. But since that's not relevant at this point, actually no, I said that they fired, so the laser destroys and then the missiles scatter about. She then swivels her arms towards the other Condor, firing as soon as she gets a shot lined up. The twin bolts of Azure Lightning then pierce through the rear of the Condor, obliterating its engine and causing the thing to crash into the sand.
Nice. One thing I will mention is you, unlike everybody else, can see that it looks like, based on what you can see, it looks like all of the forces are starting to quit. Like all of the Blake. You can see this because, like, you were outside of the sensor jamming smoke.
At which point I am going to order all of the Iron Badgers to begin targeting legs in order to cripple their movement. I do not want them escaping. And that will conclude my turn.
Deanna, you are attached to a stalker who is trying to remove you.
Hit location 3 is fuck if I know. Right arm. Which is a single point of damage, and the
Apply weapon. Okay, so.
And the crit is the weapon group in that arm is gone. Primary if possible.
You said that was on 3?
3, which is an arm. Crit effect 2, which is a weapon group.
Okay, but I need which arm?
Oh, whatever 3 is. Right arm.
Okay. You remove a pair of medium lasers and SRM-6. From that stalker. 7 armor on that arm. Amber or Esme?
I'll go. I haven't. How many plot points? We have 2 plot points, right?
Remember correctly, you get 3 per turn.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to use 1 to get caught up with out here, more towards the contours as well, and escape the smoke too. It just doubles movement speed, right? Or
Yeah, it's
distance?
just double your movement.
Okay.
So you will be able to move.
Okay, so I can move here. I don't think. Do I actually have a shot on anything from this point?
Nope.
Okay. I will just do that then, I guess.
Okay. Amber?
I will. I don't know if 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's a 3.
You come out of the smoke into a forested area.
I guess I don't see the mechs in front of me. Yeah.
You can see the stalker, but it is in fairly heavy.
You got a targeted computer. You can still fire on it if you want.
Yeah, I am still going to all fire on that idiot.
I mean, technically, you could fire on it without the targeting computer. Either way, there's going to be a -1 because of cover.
I have 14. I don't care.
Yeah, that's fine. Go for it. Do it. Do it.
The UAC 5 roll.
Okay, yeah, you hit.
Location? Oh, no. But that was the if I get the funny second hit.
Well,
And
that's
just-
location,
Oh,
because
okay.
the extra damage is 1d6 on you. So now
Oh,
roll to see
okay.
if you get extra damage. Okay, you get 1 extra damage. So first 2 damage goes to the torso.
And the second. Oh, to the doors. I really like
Okay,
7s.
so first, you're gonna need to roll 2d6 to see if you crit for the first damage.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. And for the second one? Nope.
Sad. 2 medium pulse lasers. Now I definitely said medium.
Mhm. Okay, yeah, you hit.
A 4.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh, what's a 4?
That is going to be the right arm. For how much damage?
5.
Okay.
2 small pulse lasers. If I it's 1d6 for crit, yeah.
Yep. Also, please let me confirm that you hit before you roll location.
Okay.
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 But yeah, roll to see if you crit.
I rolled.
Hold on. Okay. No, you need to roll 2d6 to see if you actually crit.
Oh,
Because
okay.
the 2d6 that you rolled for the 7, that's your location.
Okay,
Yeah.
I did not.
No
crit.
crit.
Sag. Yet again. Yeah, I don't have anything left.
Okay. Jet is going to make his way out of the smoke. Guys, going shoot, shoot, shoot. And they are going to drop some more smoke. There. Turn. Yep. That's going to dissipate. Everybody else is still trying to run away. Alrighty. Back up to the top. So, Kirka.
Well, I guess we're going into the smoke. Oh wait, I can only move 2. Teehee. There we go.
I guess that goes. Oh yeah, you overheated, didn't you?
Yeah, just by 1.
Yeah.
So there we go. And I guess for the moment that concludes my turn.
Alrighty. Deanna. Oh, hold on. The stalker would have tried to knock you off last turn. So let me do that. So it's gonna be difficult for 17. Piloting check. You would you were knocked off at the end of your last, or during their turn. So you're currently on the ground. So now, Deanna. It is your turn.
Right back on.
Okay. You jump on. Ember or Esme?
I'll go. I'm just going to jump up the side of this, on the outside of the smoke. To there? I don't know if I can actually see anything, like that one on the edge over there. I'd be able to see that.
I am going to say, hold on, let me. Unfortunately, no. Because corner to corner, it goes through the smoke.
Okay. Alright, well that's my move then.
Don't forget you do have the plot points to double your move if you need to.
Oh, that's true.
So as well, what I've been doing to like for stuff like this for line of sight is I'll pick a corner on the hex that you're on and use the ruler to go to the same corner on your target hex. And in this case, if that line goes through like the smoke, you're not able to see.
I see.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, I mean, I guess I still could use the plot point.
Yeah. I just wanted to be transparent with everybody with how I do it.
Okay. Okay, I'll do that. Okay, I was trying to line up where. I think this is right.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
you'd be able to have line of sight. There.
All right. And then in that case, then I'll shoot at that. And let's see. I'm in short range. I think so. I'm gonna use my Gauss and the just one of the sets of medium pulse lasers, so I don't overheat.
Okay.
Okay. I'll start with the Gauss. So, what's the movement of those?
4.
4. Okay. I think it just cancels my jump basically. Okay. 22.
You hit.
Okay. And that is 6 for 5 damage.
Great. Stop. And roll to see if you crit.
Okay. 7.
You do not crit.
Okay. Okay, and then medium pulse lasers. Yes. 20.
That
Okay. And that's a 9 for 5 damage.
and is that everything you are doing? going to assume yes.
Oh, sorry, I couldn't hear you. Yeah, that's all. That's
That was
my
everything you're doing?
Yep,
Okay.
that's everything.
Ember.
Yeah, I am going to over here, and I have clear line of sight. Yeah.
They're still in the bush, so no, they're still in cover.
That's a wrong roll. I am sorry for
Either way.
that. Yeah. Can I re-roll it because it's wrong?
It wasn't. You didn't declare what you were rolling or anything like that. So as far as I'm concerned, that roll didn't exist.
Good. So I am going to shoot a UAC 5. Okay, so 11 plus 1 minus 1. So
It hit. You have to roll to see if you get extra damage.
I don't.
1d6.
Oh, I'm stupid.
No, again, as I've asked before, please don't do self-deprecation. You're not stupid.
It's not really a self-deprecation. Self-deprecation would be way worse.
No, if you're calling yourself stupid, it is self-deprecation. Please don't do that. Made a mistake. It happens. Now, you roll that, you get 1 extra damage. Roll hit location for your first 2 damage. Okay, there's a 9. And that is going to be the left leg. And hit location for the extra. It's going to be 3. It is right arm. Very flat. Okay. Next weapon.
2 medium pulse lasers. Pulse? Yeah, pulse. Oh god.
You hit. Six.
Again.
Okay. That takes out.
I'm sorry. My brain is melting right now, so I can't. I'm not really good with imagination right now. I'm sorry.
Alrighty. So you take out the mech with your medium pulse.
Yeah.
It's fine. Jet is gonna continue forward because I'm assuming that's the last thing you're doing.
Yeah.
That's really all you've declared. And yeah, that's under it. Alrighty. So yeah, it looks like everybody, all of the opposing mechs are scattering to the wind. Kirka, you can't really hear what's going on. Your comms seem to be a little bit bucky at the moment. Something having to do with this cloud of smoke.
Right.
But I guess Condor can act. Yeah, the Condor works there. They're trying to do their job. Try and AC5 Esme.
Okay.
R1 faster. You jumped, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Okay, so that's canceled. And boop. For a piloting check, please.
16.
They hit.
I want to
So you
use a edge to. I guess, let's see, what should I. I got 3s. What did you roll then? I used an edge.
they got an 18.
Okay, I'll just reroll mine. Nah, that's worse. Okay, whatever.
Ouch.
I don't know.
Well, to be fair, you're only going to take 2 damage.
Okay.
And it is going to be to your right. And they are also going to fire their 2 medium lasers.
Wait, where did they hit? I didn't catch that.
Right arm.
Okay.
And then 2 medium lasers. Badoop.
$19.
That's definitely.
Okay.
Alrighty, yeah. That is the baddie.
Okay.
Kirka.
One, two, three. 4, 5, 6, 7.
So, do you have jump jets on this build?
I'm sorry, I couldn't see the terrain, so I presumed it was passable.
There's a clip.
Couldn't tell. There's an opaque circle in the way.
I understand. That's why I'm letting you know.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me clear out area so you can see where the cliff is.
That would be
Dude.
nice.
Dude.
Alright, I guess that's the only way I can go. And I guess that's my turn. Well, you know what, fuck it, I have one more plot point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? Yeah. Eight hexes is long range. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna fire the PPCs and ATMs at that artillery. What's the artillery's movement?
The artillery is movement 4.
Alrighty. So it's gonna be a -1. So we're doing +8 for the PPCs and the ATMs. Firing.
They are going to stop. Reroll that.
You mean an edge?
Or yeah, it rolled that. And it didn't matter anyway. So yeah, you hit.
All right, that's going to the front, I guess.
Yep.
10 damage.
And the ATM.
Alrighty, ATM pack number 1. Firing.
Yep, it hit.
Alright, and that is a flat 2 damage on the 10 turret, I believe.
Yep.
Alright, now the other ATM rack.
Even with the lowered bonus to hit, that's cool.
Yeah, not ideal.
It is a miss though.
That's fine. Alright, that concludes the turn.
Okay, Deanna.
Hey, you gotta shake her off first.
Okay, so difficulty is 18. Doesn't, or they didn't.
Alright, this time it goes to whatever the 6 is, the torso. And does not crit.
Oh, double. Esme or Ember?
I'll go again. Let's see. Okay. And okay, no, never mind. That doesn't matter. Okay, I'll just use my. Actually, can I move? Sorry, hold on.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay. I'm actually gonna jump here and then use. No, wait, not jump. I'm gonna just move there. And then I'll use both my sets of pulse lasers and on the Condor, and then use the Gauss on the artillery.
Okay.
And I'll start with the lasers first this time.
So we were shooting at the Condor.
Yeah, with the lasers.
Okay.
Or, oh wait, I did that wrong. Yeah, I did that wrong. Hold on.
Yeah, definitely reroll.
Yeah. Okay, there, 17.
That is a hit.
Okay. That's 6 for 5 damage.
6 is torso. Or, well, no, sorry, that's on the top. That profile. That is right side. And sorry, how much damage?
5.
Okay.
Ready for the next one?
Yep.
Okay. Uh, 20.
Be sure that's going to hit, but probably anyway. And yeah, that's it.
That's a 4 for 5 more damage.
Alrighty. And now it's just your gouts, right?
Yeah. And I think is that ah. Okay, yeah, that's long range.
Yep, that's long range.
Okay. Oh, sorry, it's trying to catch up. Okay. That is. Oh yeah, the artillery has movement, right? It's like 1.
Yeah.
You said.
4.
Oh, 4. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Okay. I believe that's right. An 18.
Up to me. That hit.
Okay. That is 10 for 5 damage.
Head. Alrighty.
Alright, that's my turn then.
Okay. And jet. Six is going to spend a pop point. Here's the token. Don't know why the program is ridiculously lagging out right now.
Yeah, I was struggling with that too.
Six. Yeah, that is all Jet can do right now. And that final artillery piece is going to 4. Move straight north. The other 2 artillery units seem to have scattered. And at this point, Kirka, you're getting communication back from the various Badger forces that some of them saying that they were able to either destroy or disable enemy mechs. Others saying that unfortunately they were not able to disable their target. The disabled mech, disabled or destroyed mechs were the Annihilator, Avatar, and I'm going to say the Rakshak.
Okay.
The other mechs involved were able to get away.
I see.
And at this point, we are going to bring it back around to you.
One,
Cash
two,
thought it was wise to
three,
use
I guess.
250 points on head pats.
7, 8.
Thank you for head pats.
9
Hello, Cass.
is
How are you
the
doing?
limit of long range, isn't it?
8 is the limit of long range.
8. Okay.
Yeah, 8.
Alrighty. So I'm out of plot points and all that jazz. So, is that Condor still alive?
The Condor is indeed still alive.
I'm gonna try to change that. PPCs and ATMs in short range. So that is going to be that calculation. PPCs firing off. Kabang.
I have a feeling that that Condor is not going to be alive for much longer. That is a hit.
That is 10 damage to the 6, which I believe would be the front.
No, right side. But
okay.
It is still more than enough to punch a hole in the side of that Condor. So how does this look?
As Kirka receives the messages coming through that essentially the mission seems to have failed. And she wasn't even able to take out the artillery that she was aiming at. In a snarl of frustration, she wheels towards the Condor, which Esme is engaged with. And as it's coming around trying to fire on her, she just blasts it full on with her PPCs when she's got a good profile shot at it, and the bolts just blast through the already weakened armor in the thing, crippling it and insta-jibbing the crew inside.
Yeah, tracks. Now, I will say that Esme does have the range to get one more shot on that artillery.
Oh, okay. Well,
like not from where you're at, you'd have to move
have
first,
to move. Okay.
but you can get into the outside edge of long range.
Okay.
But first, Deanna, you are currently
first.
I will say that it was unsuccessful because I completely gapped out on doing it again during the NPC turn. So make your roll.
11, that's the left arm. No crit.
Alrighty. Apparently, you're only really good at taking out Marauders in like one turn of mounting. 'Cause, yeah, you've been on the Stalker for a while.
It's to be fair, stalkers are also chunky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, 2 turns. It brushed me off the third. Like that wasted a significant amount of time.
And also, this would probably be more of what a normal elemental would experience when mounting an enemy mech. Esme.
Okay. So I'm actually gonna burn my last plot point to move further. To I think here.
Yeah, we're
It's like, and then that's medium range.
5. Yep.
And then I will use the Gauss and PPC. The artillery.
Hopefully dooply.
And starting with the Gauss. I am also jumping to there. Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
As long as it is declared before the roll, I am all good.
Okay. That is this.
As Esme yeets herself through the sky.
Yeah, exactly. 17.
That is a hit.
Okay.
And this is the PPCs?
That's the Gauss.
Gauss, okay.
And that's a 5 for 5 damage.
5 damage to 5. That is right side. Okay.
Alright, and then the PPCs. That's a 18.
That is a hit.
Okay. And that's a 9 for 5 damage.
That is left side. Alrighty. And that is everything, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Ember.
Yes.
It's your activation, your narration.
I know. One, two, three. The stalker is alive, yeah?
The Stalker is alive, and Deanna is currently on it, as well as other elementals. Now, one thing I don't know. How many plot points? do you
Time
have
for a
left?
hydration stream.
Let
Oh,
me
hydration.
see.
Raina
Oh, hi,
Thieserodden
Raina.
and
How are you
Slurper
doing?
thought it was wise to use 100 points on posture check.
Oh,
I
thank
haven't
you.
used any plot points.
Raina Thieserodden and Slurper
Okay.
thought
At
it
all.
was wise to use 250 points on head
Keep
pats.
in
Yeah,
mind
head
too,
pats,
there is
okay.
battlefield support that you do have access
pretty
to,
cool.
and it has been established that Deanna is not the
I
only
have something to drink here.
elemental that's kind of swarming on that mech. So like you could spend 2 of your plot points
Okay, there.
to
So drink.
have the other
Pause.
ones do an anti-mech attack.
You know what? You know what? Yes.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Drink.
Let me see how this looks.
So
you're
normally
doing well.
the way that's listed in the book is it's basically an anti-mech infantry attack which only deals damage to the legs. I am going to say that it is as basically the same as an elemental doing it. So it's as though punch location, auto hits. So that's going to be. But I am going to have it remain as 2 2-point damage groups. So the 6, which is in the torso of the stalker. Deanna. Actually, no. Ember,
Yeah.
you can roll to see if it crits.
Okay.
Just 2d6.
Also, that fox emote's so cute.
No.
That's adorable.
And
Very good.
next group is 4, which is the right arm. Roll to see if it crits.
Yeah, it's very good. It's really good. Oh, I also love foxes. Foxes are so
It
good.
does.
Wait, so it has to be above an 8?
8 or above.
Oh.
I will say if anybody else has plot points that they can spend towards battlefield support, now would be the time to do it.
Nope.
No.
To crush this puny stalker.
Deanna?
I'm saving them because she's one touch and we'll need them to survive this if she takes literally any damage.
Technically, you only need 1 for that. Because it just spends however many you have left.
It's wrapped up comp for the
see,
month.
shoot
Oh,
right
I
now.
see. Make sure you're gotta make sure you're taking care of yourself before I pass. I see. Oh wow.
yeah.
Aw.
So, it's
Well,
at
that is
this point,
sweet of you.
the
I hope the
remaining
comp went well.
artillery yeets itself away.
Oh, the artillery got away. No.
And currently the only active mech on the opposing side remaining is the Stalker.
3 games, 3 wins. Oh,
So
nice. Good
back
job.
up
Oh, that's
to
awesome.
The top of the rotation. Kirka.
I mean, field's basically clear at this point. There's really not much else I can do. So I'm just gonna... I'll just forfeit my turn.
Alrighty, Deanna.
I think that's a leg.
Which
That's a-
becomes the requisite arm. So, because it's damage as though it was a punch attack, if I remember correctly. So left leg just becomes left arm.
No crit. At this point, just hand wave it, because she doesn't have the solo kill anymore anyway, so...
Take a salt down and bed enjoy cozy.
Raina Thiesarotten and
it's
Slurber
a-
thought it was
it's a
wise to use
formality.
250
Oh.
points on head pats.
Yeah, so
wait, I gotta go back to
eventually,
this
like,
thing for
if you
that.
want,
There we
you
go.
can describe how
I need to move that to.
the whole group of the whole point of view take apart the stalker, if you want.
I'm good.
Yeah, I hope you are nice and cozy, Rain. Thanks so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Yeah.
Alrighty, so yeah, it seems that there is also a
Nice and cozy.
stalker two stalkers that have been deleted slowly but surely. While actually, no. you all make your way back to the HQ and back to the mech bay, where you have been. You've decided to start holding your mission briefing, and you find yourselves, the basically the entirety of the Badgers, um, sitting in your makeshift briefing room. As after taking a look at basically after everybody's reports, there were no casualties on your side. There was one of the supporting mechs ended up losing an arm, but that was about the worst damage that the Badgers forces had received. Other than an elemental that was almost eaten by artillery. Um, so yeah, Kirka, I would assume you're probably standing in the front of the room, and I will give you the floor.
Um, I guess she's going to express disappointment in how this went. One of the artillery units was damaged. There was a little bit of salvage that was taken, but for the most part, the main objective of the mission, which was to destroy the artillery detachment, failed. A lot of the units seem to have gotten away. And I guess everyone's lucky that there weren't any serious casualties, even though there was a decent amount of material damage taken. And
let me add in an addendum
uh-huh.
to the material taken. You were able, one of the Badger's warriors was able to knock out and capture one of the enemy battle armor.
Oh, okay. So I guess we do have that going for us as well. Is the Blakist themselves still alive or no?
Yes, but they are currently they're still unconscious. They took quite a hit to the squish.
That's fine. As long as they can talk. So then, yeah, there would be at least the hope of a little bit of intelligence to be gathered of some capacity. The Blakist will be questioned. The battle's armor will be taken to the scientists and technicians with the goal of reverse engineering it, ideally, or at least cracking into whatever secrets it might have. The mechs are gonna be salvaged, repaired, and prepared for possible deployment and distributed, I suppose, among the relevant personnel. But otherwise, there's going to be a more intensive search for these artillery units in particular to try and take them out before they can do any more serious damage to the city or the base or anything along those lines. And barring any questions, that would probably be the end of the debrief.
Alright. Well, so over the next week, one of the things that is quite apparent is while you didn't succeed in destroying the artillery, it seems that the bombardments have quieted. Normally they're like fairly regular, like once every couple of days. However, in the next week, there are no artillery bombardments on the city. From what you had gathered, both the Wolf and Kellhound's forces seem to have had similar, essentially a similar experience to what you all had, where the actual damage to the Blakist forces was a lot less than was anticipated. So, while it was not the victory that you had hoped for, at least some reprieve seems to have been granted, as the Blakist forces are now looking for new positions for their artillery. I am going to say, unless anybody has anything that they would like their character to have to do before I distribute XP, I am going to say tonight was worth 4 XP. Because it was a fairly dangerous engagement.
No, the only thing Deanna's doing after the briefing is go to medbay, because once the combat sims wear off, she's going to be a sore pup.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the other elementals in the point are probably right there with you. Because some of them, because like you were all mounted on Kirika's mech, yeah?
A point of them were, yeah.
Yeah. So like I would imagine that all of you would have taken the artillery damage. The way I was assuming that it was distributed was like throughout the because you basically mentioned that you were splitting it up in the Badger's forces up into like 3 prongs, if I remember correctly.
More or less, yeah.
Yeah, so like pretty much I was assuming each prong had a point of elementals with them. And yeah, so like the one attached to the command lance took the brunt of the damage, and yeah, all of those elementals are kind of resting and very bruised and battered. But yeah, so that was definitely a session. The Badgers have had their first taste of not necessarily defeat, but I think this is the first time that you did not steamroll the opposition. Any questions, comments, or concerns?
I don't think so.
No.
Alrighty. Well, with that, I think this was an interesting session. And yeah, so we will then call it there, and I will stop that. And and yeah, so we will be back next week with the next installment of the battle for Arc Royale. Thank you all for playing, and those of you out in Twitch land, thank you all for coming and watching. I am going to throw a raid out to somebody, and I hope you all have a great evening.
Yep, you too.
Yeah, you do too. All right, go on. Ah! I always forget about that. I've always forget about that. I end up disappearing for a second. End up just disappearing. Okay. Well, that was pretty good. That was quite an intense battle, I feel like. A lot of stuff happened. Make sure I pause that. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm gonna continue streaming though. I am gonna switch over to Dune, and I'm gonna join Faye because I've become more invested in that game. It's pretty good. I'm pretty excited about playing more. So I'm gonna do that. I am gonna probably restart the YouTube stream. I think I'll restart it. I'm definitely gonna to end the YouTube stream, but I will share the Twitch link over there, and also it should be back up in just a few minutes. But I am going to take a short break as well while I set up between and yeah, set up the new YouTube stream, and then also yeah, just take a break. But here is the link to Twitch for YouTube there in case if anybody wants to hang out on Twitch. And yeah, that should about conclude this week with the Mechwarrior Destiny. Yeah. Thanks everybody so much for hanging out. It was a good one, I think. It was a good battle. It was an intense battle. Stressful. A lot. And yeah, kind of like didn't really we didn't outright lose, but didn't outright win either. So that was quite something. quite a outcome. But yeah, anyway, I'll be back in just a little while. Thanks so much for hanging out so far. We will do some more Dune Awakening, so I'll see you in just a while.